they didn't move. They just stood there. And then we went up in the attic, and we get at the top of the attic, and it's. I thought somebody was behind me because the old wood floors, they're just cracking away like 200-pound man's coming up there. And I turned around and there was nobody there. And I was like, oh boy, somebody just came up the steps and they weren't visible. And that was, and then the door on the dresser, it opens right up on the armoire, opens right up, just like somebody was getting in there getting a dress out or something. It was strange. And that same attic, I was sitting on, there was a couch up there, and I'm sitting there. An investigator says, it looks like there's something like on you. I'm like, oh Lord. They took a picture and it looks like I posted it once, but it looks like a woman. I don't know what she was doing, but anyway, it was a spirit of a woman, but she was inappropriately trying to spook me or something. I don't know, but it was freaky.
Interesting. How come you have all the luck, James?
Attachment, if I've ever heard one.
Oh, that picture is so. It just sends chills on me when I see that picture.
You actually have a picture.
Yeah, I was sitting there minding my business, and then you can see it's like a spirit of an older lady, not too old, but I don't know. It was a weird house. I got to say that it's supposed to be the most haunted house in the state, but I don't doubt it. There was a lot of freaky stuff that went on there. Seeing them, that spirit, when you see them spirits that just stand there like they're ready to pounce, but they don't move, it just sends chills up your spine.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in your situation.
They're waiting for you to turn your head so they can pounce you that way.
No, I never turn my head on a spirit. If I can see them, I don't turn my head. I do not turn my head on them.
Well, why would you turn your head? If you got a spirit staring at you, how do you know what's behind you?
I don't. Let me tell you, I was at Gettysburg last September. I was about 2:30 in the morning out in this road, middle of nowhere, at this inn. So I go to this woods, thought I'd get a couple EVPs. I'm walking back, and I could hear somebody running in the grass, and I turn, I don't see nobody. I turn back around, and somebody pinched me right on my kidney. A spirit pinched me right on my kidney. And it wasn't being mean. It was just like to say, hey, I'm here and I can mess with you. And that's what it did, too. I jumped about 3 feet, turned around and said, hey, that's rude. That's rude, But, and also in that same inn, every night for 3 nights, I'd walk through this one room, and the wooden floors are so blood-stained from all the amputees from makeshift hospital. It's palpable, all the stains there. But the head mistress, she would be, the spirit of her, I could see her 2 nights in a row standing in the corner like them spirits, like Insidious, again in this place. She'd just stand there with these real dead eyes looking at me. And I'm walking, she's on the other side of this table, and there's a chandelier above. It's got lights in it, but it's on real dim. And so I'm walking, I'm keeping her between me and the table. I'm walking real slow because I got to get to the stairs, get up to my room. So I just wave at her, and I walk by. And every time I would wave when I'm going up the stairs, she would dim that chandelier down to nothing. Well, then I would just kind of hurry up and get up the stairs, I wasn't going to stick around, but that was spooky.
I don't know. I don't know how you got the courage to do all this.
If you don't have the courage, you're going to be in trouble. I've seen so much it don't even faze me anymore. I mean, it just don't. I mean, probably the scariest thing I've seen in the last year was in June. The people had they had some serious stuff there. The husband was, when he was a teenager, they was reading stuff out of the Satanic Bible, and stuff was following him. He had an attachment, and fast forward 30 more years, and they had this evil shadow thing. And the wife says, I think it's in the bedroom now. We sit in there all the time. So I went in the bedroom. There was a REM pod in there. So I go in the bedroom. As soon as I go in there, oh, Lord, I could feel it. It was like, I knew it was to my left. I could just feel it. So I slowly turned my head, and about 3 foot away is a 7-foot black figure, ugly-looking features, got his fist down to his side, clenched, and his fists are shaking, like, real fast. And he let off this guttural, deep growl that was 20 seconds long, and in between me and it, about 3 foot away, was this REM pod, and it almost blew up. It was going off so crazy. As he's letting off this guttural growls, I'm looking at this ugly beast. So I come out of the room, and the lady said, "Did you see it in there?" I said, "Oh, yeah, I seen it." And she says, "Well, what did it look like?" I said, "It was about the ugliest, scariest thing I've ever seen." She goes, "Yeah, that's it." So then I go to doing the house blessing and everything. So I'm walking down the hall, and this beast, like, it tried to give me a heart attack. It like got inside me and was squeezing my heart. I mean, it made me stumble. I managed to get through it, but I could feel it. It was literally trying to rip my heart out. That was a rough one. I got to tell you, we made it through it, but boy, that was one of the most evilest things I've ever witnessed face to face, as far as scary. What do you think about that, Gary?
I think that you have bad luck when it comes to evil spirits. That's what I say.
Well, what
like
happens? I usually get called in to evict these things, so it's not like that's why the odds are great when I go there. There's something bad there because I'm usually go there to get them out of the house. So I've seen so much bad stuff, and they'll try to stop you. I mean, that one there really grabbed a hold of my heart. That was a rough one, I got to tell you.
I don't know. Have you thought about doing another hobby?
Yeah, I've kind of laid off on this stuff. I think I'm going to go into radio. I'm just saying.
Well, that's probably just as bad as going ghost hunting, actually.
James, how long have you been doing this now?
I've been doing this off and on 30-plus years. Not much I haven't seen or did, I got to tell you. I've seen some scary, scary stuff, and it's not even, sometimes it's not even the spirits, it's the place. Like me and Gary have touched on it before. You can fall through floors, you can bring bed bugs home, cockroaches. There's all kind of things that could go wrong. It's just, you got to be careful.
Yep. Amazing.
Yeah.
Never heard of so many experiences. You've really been through the mill.
Oh, that's just some. These were just, some of them just the last few months. I mean, like the mirror, the haunted mirror. You know, that mirror, here's the thing about haunted mirrors. You can only get rid of them properly 3 ways. You know, throw them in an ocean, burn them at 2,800 degrees, or bury them in consecrated ground. So there was this haunted mirror in this house about 2 years ago. So I go there to get it out. Now, I had to kind of like exercise this mirror without looking into it. It's a 3x3 mirror, so I had to put a big black trash bag over and kind of reach in and do what I had to do. But I had to find this cemetery also where I could dig a hole and bury it and not get caught by the police or something. So I found this cemetery out in the middle of Bigfoot country. So now I've got this mirror that is haunted, and whatever's attached to it is so mad and evil at me, it's wanting to kill me. So now I've got to put it into my vehicle and drive about 10 miles deeper into Bigfoot country at about midnight. And it's kind of foggy and raining. I got to dig a big enough hole to bury this 3x3 foot mirror and not get caught by police. So they say, "Hey, what are you doing?" You know, "Oh, I'm just burying a haunted mirror, being a straitjacket." So I get all this done, and it's trying to make me wreck, trying to mess with my mind while I'm driving. It was a typical scene of a horror movie. And I'm a nervous wreck. My anxiety levels through the roof. I finally got it buried and everything. Everything was good. Go back to the house the next day, and where the mirror was, it looked like, for a better word, blood ran down the wall behind the mirror. And there was nothing there when we took the mirror out. That was just weird. And the whole time we was doing it, we tried to film and record with 3 different devices, and it shut everything down. Let nothing electronic work. It even stopped my watch. That's how palpable that evil was trying to stop me.
Yeah, well, how many people use that scrying on the mirrors? You know, they use them to try to, peer into other dimensions, looking through black mirror spaces and stuff. So I wouldn't doubt that this is related to it.
It's bad. That mirror, here's the backstory of that mirror. That mirror was in a hotel room for probably 50 years, and they tore that motel room down 30 years ago. And so whoever had that mirror had problems for a long time, and they couldn't take it anymore. That's why they called me and said, "Hey, what was, can you do something?" And I did.
Just think, you could have fallen into that mirror and gone into a different dimension.
Oh, I gotta tell you, I could write a whole book on mirrors. Mirrors are bad. Just don't ever bring a used mirror in your house. Just don't do it. You just don't know what it's seeing or what's attached to it.
Or at least don't paint it black and shiny black stuff on it.
To beware.
Yeah.
Wow.
I give mirrors a big berth. I stay away from them. I see mirrors at like antique shops or yard sales. Nope. I walk way around them.
Isn't that a good way, though, if you got an evil mirror, to give it to somebody? Go have a garage sale and have the mirror there and sell it to somebody you maybe don't like or some unsuspected customer. Hey, yeah, you look good in this mirror. Just wait till you look at it at about 9 o'clock at night. You'll see your real self with it.
Not good. Even in that haunted house I was talking about with them people standing up, the lady that seen that thing, she was looking in the mirror actually that night in the bathroom, and she was looking at it. She'd come running out screaming. She was, I don't know, doing her makeup or something, whatever, but she freaked out because her reflection turned into some other spirit looking back at her, and it really freaked her out bad. She wouldn't go back in the house after that.
I don't know. I never had that problem with a mirror or anything. I really, the only thing creepy I've ever had was when I was married to my first wife and, the weird things that was going on. Always something weird. But I tell you, the fly thing was like the weirdest thing because, how could you have huge flies, horseshoe flies in a house that you didn't have a couple hours earlier? Even the exterminator couldn't figure that one out. I could see a couple dozen maybe or somehow, but to have where they would have had been, they just weren't hatched. And there were thousands of them. You could that's all you saw when you walked in was these flies. It was horrible. After he killed them all, just even to get rid of them, it was like a lot.
Yeah, that's a sign of an infestation of something really negative. I've come across it a couple times in a few of the houses I've been to, and usually along with that, you got bad smells and other nasty things.
No, we didn't have any of that. There's just all these flies. But like I said, she was always casting spells. All those people were coming over. She was giving them potions and all this stuff. It was one of the craziest 2.5 years of my life.
Guess so. Wow.
I don't know. Thank God
you survived it.
I did. And a lot stronger. I made sure everybody I got married to after that was not a witch.
That's a good thing. Plus, I hope you took time to go out with them more than a couple of weeks or months or whatever it was.
Oh yeah. Why do you think I'm still married for? 40 some years. I'm tired of saying that.
You're lucky you're able to say it after what you did about a week ago.
It wasn't a week ago. It was this week.
Or this week.
You're losing time. You're getting old.
I'm thinking it's Friday, but I guess it is Thursday.
Yeah, it's Thursday. It's Halloween, yeah, at least here. And it's almost not Halloween. It's going to be the witching hour in a couple minutes with you.
Yeah, it's like 3 minutes till. I'm about ready to turn into a pumpkin.
No, that's not what I was thinking. I thought you were going to turn into something else, but I can't say it over there.
Oh, good.
Are you planning something scary for Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Who? James? He's going to look in the mirror. That's what he's going to do after talking about it tonight.
Not me.
Hey, guys, it's time I say goodnight. I wish you guys a very good what's left of Halloween, and if you made the mistake like I did and bought a couple pounds of candy, don't eat it all in one day because you'll get sick.
All right. See you guys.
Okay. You guys take care.
Yep.
And we'll be back tomorrow, and we got a great guest. We're going to be talking about, I don't even know, but it'll be a great guest tomorrow. Anyway, you're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio. Make sure you check out our website, www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. Take a look at all the images. Just take a look at the web. Tell us about us to your friends. Till tomorrow, well, stay out of trouble, and we'll catch you later.